New year, new me. Wait a second. You don't realize you're in a new era.
Welcome to the new self era, where you can create your dream reality with your own superpowers. You are divine, and you need to understand that in the new self era, you can win if you find your power within. Stick until the end of this video to find out what I'm talking about. Knowledge, power. Yes, in a new era. And let's rewind a bit history to understand a bit better what does it mean to be in 2024 in the new self era. And by the way, I hope my history teacher doesn't watch this video because I'm gonna go through history but a little bit fast. Let's start with the ancient period. Here, the humankind is just trying to get by finding food, animals to eat. There is complete anarchy and people had to first satisfy their primary needs. Let me reference to the pyramid of Maslow, so physiological needs. Without those, they couldn't go to self-actualization, for example. We go on to the classical period, Greek, Romans, super fancy, but they're still just trying to build society. They're into sports a little bit, but here they are trying to build an empire, a political and legal system, and it's when people started to be put in a cage, pretty much society. Oh my god, the middle age didn't really have the chance or the luck. Here people started to believe in mystical things, going against religion, but religion was like, no, you cannot believe in something different than God and the church and the king. So whoever thinks different is going to be killed. And then the plague arrived because of all this negativity and killed probably 70% of the population in the entire world. But yeah, it wasn't really a good time. And only a few people detained the power and had a lot of slaves, a lot of people paying debts, and they didn't even know the reason why. That's where we get to the golden age. People start to think that religion and reason can be together. And this made some writers, some scientists understand that it's possible to create reality. That's where we get to the Renaissance, is when people are enlightened and now they want to create. So how do they do it? Through art, work of arts. There are a lot in the museums with literature, drama. An important writer during this period is William Shakespeare. That's where we get to the age of enlightenment. Voltaire. My freedom ends when your freedom starts. Then the Industrial Revolution, so the mankind was trying to understand how technology worked pretty much. So it was too busy in understanding how the working machines, the assembly line, all of that. So impossible to think about our own self. And let's skip some eras where people were still too busy thinking about politics or giving power to other men. And then we arrive here in the self era. We, humankind, detain the knowledge, the power to change our lives. And now that our ancestors have figured out how technology works, how society should work, and so on, even though the world is still nuts at the moment, there are some societies awakening. There is something new in the air. It's this new self era. It's where you start making your reality come true. It's where the human beings are realizing that we can create our own reality. And it's not a joke. When I talk about it to some friends, they laugh at me. But to be honest, I'm starting to see how I create my own reality with my own thoughts. It's something crazy. We are talking about the law of attraction, a power that our ancestors could not have because they were too busy thinking about something else. Now we have the power, we have the time, we have the right era to start thinking about ourselves and how to create our own reality. I believe in God, okay? I believe in the universe, moving things. I believe in energy. I believe in all of that, especially in God. So if God is divine and He has created us, then we have something divine in us. And I believe that God is a pretty busy entity. So that's why we have the power to create our own reality on our own without really waiting for God to do it. God, of course, pushes things, pushes the energy, makes the coincidences and all that, but we are the ones that establish what we want from our reality. I found out about the law of attraction thanks to social media. Social media is really good sometimes because it gives you knowledge. There is no, you remember in the Renaissance, no, actually Middle Age, priests wouldn't allow peasants to read the Bible. So they would keep the truth away from the society, from people. Now we have so many information that it's difficult to distinguish what's real, what's not real. However, I know that this is real. It just resonates with me. It just resonates. Something resonates with this law of attraction. I believe that human beings have the power of the entire knowledge of the entire universe. However, we were created so that we wouldn't have access to it. But that's why when we put in motion the law of attraction, the power of creation, we realize that we can do things that we thought that we wouldn't be able to do. So in this new self era, let me give you an advice. Start digging into this, in the law of attraction, in the power of manifestation, because otherwise you're just gonna be left behind. You can still be left behind, complain, keep your negative energy. Oh, but I am realistic. Then be, but don't complain if someone else is using their powers to move forward in life. We have the knowledge, we don't want to use it. What? There is no one who is going to come and save you. That's what I realized when I found out about the law of attraction. If I wanted to make a big change in my life, I had to literally get up of bed and start reading about this. The book that actually changed my perspective was The Secret. The Secret is a great book about the law of attraction. What changed completely, shifted completely my mindset is when I realized that the more I'm negative, the more there's nothing good coming out of it. If my brain is like, Nadia, are you negative? Then I'm gonna be negative. I'm just in survival mode here. You know, the brain can be trained. It's a plastic element. We can train it to be positive and to create reality. I'm gonna talk in depth about these topics on my channel because that's what I want people to understand. It's literally freedom. Once you realize how to program your brain, you're gonna be able to create what you want. I can see examples, concrete, real life examples of the law of attraction working. And when someone doesn't know about it, it's just negative, always staying in that dark circle, dark shade. Always just staying in that dark shade, nothing changes because he is not doing anything to get out of there. And it's important to understand that it's pure knowledge. And as I said in the past, only like very influent people were able to access some certain type of knowledge. Now everyone can access it. There are no excuses. The only excuse is us. The only obstacle is us, ourselves. That's why I'm not saying 2024, new year, new me. No, it's the complete era, the entire era we're living in right now. We have access to this knowledge. How do you think superstars got to where they were? By being like, oh my god, I can't make it. Or they were like, I will make it. I will create this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And this is what we need to do now. You see, I'm not very, I'm not an influencer or anything right now. I have a few followers, but I hope that you get this knowledge from someone like me who is really down to earth. Okay, I don't have a big audience, so I'm like, "Ugh." But the people who got the big audience, they knew how to create this reality for themselves and get the big audience, for example. So if I'm saying it right now that I don't even have a big audience, but I'm pretty sure that at one point I will have it, then you have to believe me. So here we are not gatekeeping. How the law of attraction can improve your life. Assuming a positive mindset will help you improve your overall well-being because you force your brain to stop being angry, stop being moody. How are you going to resolve the situation if you are in a negative state of mind? Of course, I understand sometimes it's more scientific, like hormones, especially for women, other factors, the food that we eat, can really perturb our emotions. But that's when we have to step in and say, I have to eat healthy, or I have to be healthy so I can have a positive mindset. Or I have a positive mindset, therefore I eat healthy. I am healthy. Thanks to the law of attraction, we can understand which goals we want to reach, which objectives we want to achieve, which dreams we want to achieve, because we understand what we want to attract and create. So we gain clarity about our life. Even when we say, I want to be a millionaire, and we only have, I don't know, 200 euros in our bank account. That doesn't matter, because once you put that sentence, I want to be a millionaire, out there in reality, there's intention. So what your subconscious will do is to make you work towards that goal, to become a millionaire. You want to be healthy, wealthy, and it doesn't matter which circumstances you're coming from. And trust me, I come from really, really, really tough circumstances. Thanks to the law of attraction, you can sort your life out. But that's why I'm saying that in the new self era, you need to possess the knowledge. This knowledge is super important. And by using the power of manifestation, you will become more self aware. You understand that many, many things are just useless and they waste your time and energy. And instead of being 90% of the time sad, you can be 90% of the time in harmony. Do you understand how important it is to acquire this knowledge? Study it, go into it to succeed, because you have nothing to lose. Remember, you have nothing to lose. By keeping a negative mindset, you just think negative all the time, you'd be sick, you'd be ill, you'll resolve nothing. So why not try to be positive? With the law of attraction, we start using our visualization techniques. So we have to visualize what we want. Let's say we want a new car. We're gonna go Google the car, Google the picture, put it in a vision board. We're gonna look at the car. Our subconscious will start make our conscious work to get to the car, find the ways. And the law of attraction, now pushed into the universe, will make God listen to you, or the universe, if you want to believe the universe, and so that the circumstances work well for you, so that you can get that car. Our resilience will become improved. Nothing can destroy us now that we have the power. And as the book The Secret says, the secret is literally we can change our entire reality by thinking, I am strong, healthy, wealthy, beautiful, awesome. And I know some people are very, very skeptical about it. Oh, you have to work towards your goal though. It's not enough. Of course. But once you start putting this first in your mind, then you're gonna be shifting towards that direction of working towards the end outcome, the end result. You're gonna feel empowered. Your relationships will improve because you know what's toxic and you know what's healthy. And even staying alone, loneliness will not be seen as negative anymore. You will be able to relate to people that can connect to your energy, magnetic energy. You're gonna be able to reduce your stress. Trust me, I have used it. I was so miserable before reading The Secret. And sometimes it would happen that I would go back into my misery and I read The Secret again, or I would again read about the law of attraction. I would try my best to have my mind even like write down my affirmations, positive affirmations. I would have my mind work towards the power of manifestation, because you need to work for it. As long as there's intention, that's when everything happens. And there's also scientific support about the law of attraction with quantum physics. Now, we're not gonna go into details because I didn't prepare this part, but next time I will explain it better. And you will see that even science says that you can create your own reality. It's crazy. And some people say that individual experiences with the law of attraction may change, may differ. No, maybe you didn't understand how it works, how to enable it. I could talk about this for hours, I think. I'm just improvising right now because I had this idea of the fact that we are not going into 2024. Yes, in terms of numbers, yes, but it's deeper than that. It's the new self era where you can control your reality with your own superpowers. We found out our superpowers. Don't you think it's crazy? I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because that's gonna be my reality, to grow my YouTube channel as much as possible. because I want to help other people to get to the truth. There is no gatekeeping. It's the new self era. It's important to know your superpowers. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's midnight 26 of the new self era 2024, chapter 2024. And I really hope that you understood my message. And trust me, I will create a series about this because I'm so in love with the topic. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. See you soon.